After a huge come-from-behind win last Friday night against Madison Central 28-23, Tupelo goes back on the road for division game number 2 Friday night at Germantown. Coach, first of all, congrats on the win. That was about as good of an opening win as you can have after probably the most scariest of first quarters you could have had. We got down 20-0. A lot of teams would have folded. But on the air, we kept talking about this team hadn't lost a division game since 2021, so they know how to win.
Yeah, I mean, with the circumstances, great to get that win like that. We talked about it earlier. We had a 98%. The other team had a 98% chance to win the game. You consider a block punt for a touchdown, the 3 turnovers, all in the red zone right there, and so our kids never got rattled.
Right.
That's the great thing. We didn't play great. We didn't play our best ball, but you got to be proud of your guys not playing their best ball, getting stuck in a hole, and climbing out of it. So it says a lot about our team. It says a lot about, hopefully, the future, and, you got to win games like that. We won a game like that against a elite opponent that we're going to probably play again.
Absolutely. 2 top 5 teams in the state going at it. And it was just, I hate to be, use a cliche here, but it was a tale of 2 halves. We had the turnovers in the first half. We forced them to turn the ball over in the second half, but then we just kept making plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, halftime, our guys definitely kind of in some shell shock. They're like, they're probably wondering why they're playing like this. And biggest message was, guys, just win each quarter, win each drive. We're gonna figure out a lot about ourselves right now. What type of people we are, that right there is a great life situation. There's lots of times in life things aren't going your way and you got to keep crawling and fighting. And that's what I'm most proud of, is the life lesson right there. If we would have won that game by 2 or 3 touchdowns and stuff like that, I don't think we'd have been better for it. But
Right.
I think we're better for the way we won the game.
When you look back on the season, I feel like we won just about now every way there is possible. Of all the possibilities to win, we've kind of done it all.
That's right. I mean, and then in the past, we hadn't had those tests. And hopefully those tests pay dividends at the end. Like I said, you only hope. Our team's got to stay humble. They got to stay hungry. I've seen that so far. I've seen it this week in practice. I'm just excited for them.
Now it's on to Germantown. Germantown last year had probably they had their biggest win in school history when they beat Starkville. Same situation this year, but Starkville gets them 42-0. And now we're going to a Germantown team. You said it's one of the most improved teams in the state, but they have been just hit by the injury bug.
Yeah, they have. They've been hit by the injury bug. We'll see if they have some of their dudes back this week. They're a totally different team. What I told our guys was like, guys, this is a spitting image of when Starkville went down there last year. And that's the first thing I showed them. We met on Monday, is I showed the graphic of Alabama beating Georgia. And then I showed the graphic of Vanderbilt, that next week.
Right.
And so you can't go off past wins or losses with anybody. I mean, they went to Starkville with several guys out. Obviously, Starkville was really, really hungry, from the avenge that loss from the year before. Germantown kind of looked beat when they got off the bus. So I'm figuring they're going to rally the troops. It's our homecoming. It's a big home game for them. And they get to play us. And so we know we're going to get their best. We're going to see a totally different team.
And let's be honest, in this division, everybody's got players. Everybody plays a tough schedule to prepare you. It's no shock when anybody beats anybody.
It isn't. It's no shock. You got to be on your A game every week. And, we can't have a letdown. We got to play great. We got to keep improving. We got to use these games to keep improving.
First division road game of the year. Well, it's only our second division game after Madison Central. 7-0. We have seen in every game things have happened different to us, and we've caught some breaks. We've caused ourselves to have breaks going both ways. When you look back at these last 3 games, and it was what I call the revenge tour. We had Houston, Tennessee, West Point, Madison Central all nicked us last year, got us. We get them all back in a row this year. How does that help you now? We've only got, what, 3 games remaining with Germantown, Clinton, have an off week, and then we play Starkville.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is not just the revenge tour thing's one thing, but it's just being battle tested.
Right.
We've played some great opponents.
Yeah.
Some teams, I mean.
Some teams are going to win a state championship.
You've got 2 defending state champs. You got a team that's just removed from it that beat us last year, made it to the north half, easily top team in the state. And it's just a testament of our guys improving every week and, not having to let down, not wavering. And I think that's the biggest tell is you can tell the type of kids and staff that we got and how cohesive we are, how much we work together. We love being around each other. And I think that's this group is special. We have, man, you talking about some high character kids, some kids that are going to be successful in life. And like I wake up every day and it's like a dream.
Right.
Like this week's been a dream. This week has been a coach's dream. It's fall break. We get to wake up every morning, practice, have the rest of the day off, and around a bunch of good kids you want to be around, a bunch of guys you want to be around. And I think that says more about teams in the long run than anything. Talent's one thing, but when you like being around each other, when you like working together, you can go a long way.
You kind of led into my next question about it being fall breaks. I would think some coaches love it, some don't, because it's all about the routine. You kind of get to set your own schedule this week with no school.
So, like you said, I mean, there's a lot of coaches out there that hate fall break. A lot of teams that don't play well during fall break because of the routine, getting kids here, all that. All of our kids have showed up every day. Every day.
Is that the result of having a veteran team?
I think that's the result of a veteran team. I think that's the result of folks want to be on a winning team.
Right.
And it's contagious. And like I said, wake up, kids come in, eat breakfast, practice, leave with a lunch. And I mean, they've had great energy. You can see a lot of smiles. You can see a lot of hard work. And I mean, our guys are kind of on a mission right now. We'll see tomorrow night when we play, tonight when we play. And, if this week's been good for us, I think it has. I have nothing negative to say, going into it. A lot of factors of, are we going to come off the emotional high, the way we played the other night? How are we going to handle fall break? How we're going to handle the attention, and, how we're going to handle a long road trip. So there's a lot of factors can go against us. And I feel like we've done a good job with some of them, but the telltale story at the end of the day is how we perform.
You'll know at 10:15 on Friday night.
That's right.
Normally we film this on Tuesday. We're filming on Thursday. Obviously later today we'll have the show out, but you talk about the team being together. I'm looking right now, and you still have a lot of players here that are having a good time, just being around each other.
They're just being around. They're doing this. It's our ritual. On Wednesdays, the defense does cold tub. Thursdays, offense does cold tub. But like I'm having to run kids off when I leave here every day. It's like, guys, man, like go enjoy your break, go enjoy your vacation. And I'm having to run kids out of the facility, off the field. And it's like, hey, man, Coach Hard wants a little break. He wants to go home and do something. And that just tells you how good of a group that we got. You hear all the laughter and stuff up there. They sit up there and joke around and mess with each other. And, man, it's awesome.
Last Friday, we know the second half that Noah had, the second half, really the whole game that JJ had. He had almost 300 yards rushing. But let's talk about some other guys that's particularly on the defensive side that really stepped up and made big plays.
I mean, number one, you got to say is Chris Ivey. Chris Ivey's been playing great, man. He's making
all year.
He's been making plays on the back end and in the box. He's been, he's kind of our nickel guy that can play outside backer and safety. I mean, he has been clutch. KJ Jenkins had a great game, man. He's played great the past few weeks. The whole defense, I mean, to be on the short field 3 different times like that in a bad situation, they never gave up. They kept fighting, and
that could have been the difference in the game where we held them to a field goal twice.
Heck yeah! I mean, you said it. The play right before half.
Right.
You know, their kicker's the best kicker in the state, one of the better
In the
ones in the
country.
nation. Yes. And we had that sack right there. That broke their back, and the clock ran out. And so, you know, that was a huge play in the game.
Huge play in the game. So you're down 20-0. We go in at half down 20-7. We score to start the second half, and then everything just went our way. I mean, just play after play. But I want to go to that last drive. We're down. We had gotten the lead for the first time. What at
21-20.
21-20.
Right.
They get the ball back with what, a little over 5 minutes to play.
5 minutes left.
Drive, get a field goal.
Get a field goal.
Go
Long
back up.
field goal. Yep.
And I always like to watch your sideline to see the emotion. And I thought, oh Lord. But I didn't see panic. I saw, all right, let's go. We got this.
I thought it was the best job by our staff and kids by staying composed.
Yes.
It was, everybody stayed even keel the whole game, you know. Everybody was the whole game, guys. 4 quarters. We got to play 4 quarters, and we played 4 quarters at the end. That last drive, Braylon Matthews, 2 big plays right there. Then, you know, Tyreek finally connected with Tyreek. He had been open some, and Noah didn't have some time on some throws. And Tyreek, big play at the end. Huge. Right there. Off of
between 2 defenders.
Between 2 defenders, one of the best corners in the state. And, you know, huge, crazy. That dang soundbite from it is pretty awesome. But, man, it's awesome to win a game like that. Man, this place was a rock.
It was. It was. You talk about the play on our sidelines, that the last catch Braylon Edwards had. I mean, it kept the drive going. It put us in great position. You felt like when he made that catch, it was almost like that was the winning touchdown.
Yep.
You saw the confidence from there.
Right. Yeah, you saw the confidence. You saw, like, yep, it's ours right here. Yeah. We got to go and take it, and our guys did.
Awesome. Also, we had a great pregame, which you probably didn't even get to see, with our military night. So a huge shout-out to Dustin Thrasher and Colonel Roger Johnson for military night. It was a special moment, and the flyover, everything was absolutely fantastic. Go to Germantown this week. You said it's their homecoming. Then we come back. It's senior night against Clinton for our guys. We'll start that at 6:30. It's a lot. There's so much going on, just not even counting what happens between.
I just want to shout out Tupelo fans, Tupelo, Mississippi, surrounding areas. You need to get to this place. You need to support these guys. You need to support our band. You need to support the school district, our ROTC, man. We have a great system. We're in some of the best times in Tupelo School District, and these kids deserve it. You can't find better representation for our community right now in this school. And man, I'm blessed to be here. Like I said, I'm living a dream every day, and man, I'm excited to keep going.
So many good things happening, and we're 7-0 in football. Got a chance to go 8-0, and hey. Every game's a playoff game now because you want that home field advantage. And then obviously when you get into the playoffs, it's, you know.
Win or go home.
Win or go home. So there you go. Well, Coach, again, congrats on the great win the other night. And then, but it's time to move on. You only get to celebrate for so long.
That's right.
And Germantown is next, then Clinton, off week. And then need to say no more with the road trip to Starkville to end the regular season, which that could decide a lot at that point. You got Halloween coming up next week, too. We can't forget about that.
I know.
But we'll talk about that more next week.
We've already got plans. We've already got several costumes. The house is decorated up. It's the best time of year at the Hard House. I mean, it's been fun for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, look forward to Friday night. 93.3, or catch us at Golden Wave Athletics for the live stream. For Coach Ty Harden, I'm Greg Ellis. This is Gridiron Takes.